In today's video, we're going to be looking at a common situation in photography, which is taking a photo of someone at a very bright location, especially at a beach. But the principle could apply equally to other similar situations like a family skiing trip or standing by a large waterfall, anywhere that is really bright background. The first decision is what is important in your photo. Most likely it's the people who are the subject, and you want them nicely exposed. The scene of the beach may or may not be equally important. If it's a fairly mundane beach location with not much scenic interest, then you'll most likely want to blur the background a bit just to indicate where the person is located. But if the beach location is really beautiful and it's really important to show where the person is located, then you're going to want the background to show detail and not be out of focus. Now, if you remember from our lesson about aperture, it controls both the exposure and the depth of field. Therefore, we need to pick an appropriate aperture for the depth of field that we want. If the background is not important, then pick an aperture, perhaps f4, f3.5 might be quite appropriate. Now, these are not rigid settings, but starting points and guidelines. A low and wide aperture will also let in a lot of light and may cause overexposure and everything to become too bright. So we need to compensate with the other two settings. The first step is to always bring down the ISO first to its lowest setting, which will reduce the exposure while increasing image quality. Once it's as low as it will go, then you need to start increasing the shutter speed, which will reduce the light coming into the camera. Now, depending on how bright the beach is, it could be 1/1000 or 1/2000. However, you'll want to make sure that you don't go so far as to cause your human subjects to fall into shadow. Don't worry if the background is still bright and the subject faces are nicely exposed. That's most important. If you left it to the camera, it would expose for the background and underexpose your subjects, which is the classic beginner mistake. By manually overriding and choosing a shutter speed to expose the faces nicely, you are now taking control of the situation. But what about the other situation, if the beach background is equally as important? For this situation, you want to pick an aperture that is small enough to get a good depth of field to keep both the human subjects and the background in focus. Start around maybe f5.6 or f8 and then increase the f-stop by doing some test shots and adjusting. This will have the side effect of reducing the light into the lens, which may be fine in a totally bright situation, but in less bright sunlight, then it's going to be possible that this can make the exposure too underexposed. So you'll need to compensate for this by reducing the shutter speed or increasing the ISO. As a rule of thumb, always keep the ISO as low as possible to maintain image quality, and only increase the ISO as a last resort if reducing the shutter speed risks blur from the camera shake or subject movement. If the shutter speed is 1/500 currently, then you could easily decrease the shutter speed a couple of stops to maintain exposure. But if the shutter speed is already 1/100 or lower, then you need to decrease it to bring it back to the correct exposure, and then it's best not to risk a lower shutter speed and instead increase the ISO up a stop or two. If the ISO is currently 100, then modern cameras will easily handle increasing the ISO to 400 or maybe 800 without big degradation of image quality. Now, these are the type of decisions you need to make as a photographer when taking this type of shot. This video is part of a series where I describe different common situations for photographers and the decisions that they need to go through. While they seem complex at the moment, as your experience increases, they start to become second nature and automatic, just like driving a car.